Welcome to this week's edition of Mainly Motorsports, the weekend after the, what does weather want to do? It's 75, 45, 35, 85, just absolutely nuts at the end of the year. And these tracks are struggling to get races in. Everybody's up against it. There is no tomorrow, so to speak, and everybody fought the weather this weekend. Oxford, 95, the World Series, Lee, and when it was all said and done, everybody got their shows in.
Yeah, and coming into the weekend, I had a previous engagement on Saturday, so I was talking to Mr. Dan Walker on Friday, and I said my ideal thing would be, I saw that the forecast was kind of sketchy, and I was like, my ideal thing would be for if Oxford were to get rained out Saturday, so I could end up going on Sunday. And Dan was like, nope, not going to happen. We're going to go racing. And sure enough, the weather gods were in my favor. I wouldn't say so in everyone else's favor, but it gave me the opportunity to go.
It must have been cold there Sunday morning.
Yeah, it was, an early morning show because they did have the huge day of destruction afterwards. So it was a 10 a.m. race. Like, that's when racing started. It was 35 degrees and a nice chilly 35 degrees with wind. I have some nice wind burn on my face.
Burn, yeah.
And but you know what? People stuck it out, and there was still 37 cars that showed up on Sunday. 36 ended up making a show. So it was a really good event.
That race at Oxford in October, I remember years ago when Bill Ryan owned the place, 50 cars showed up. 50 cars at the end of the year. And some familiar names running at the front. Reed Lamper, of course, winning another race. He just can't. He's got to put it all together for that race in August and win the 250. And he will one of these days. But keeps playing runner-up to these guys. But man, he's got it figured out with those 150s and stole it from Johnny Clark,
Yeah, Johnny Clark led the entire thing, was just on a rail all day, and Reed was like slowly creeping up through the field. He had to start outside the top 10 because he had won a previous race.
Yep.
And all of a sudden it was like, okay, Reed's now in the top 10. Okay, now Reed's in the top 5. Okay, now Reed's third, and now it's like, hey, Reed's going to restart on the front row. And a few cautions late race really helped him, kind of get a little inch closer and closer to the front. And 8 laps to go, it was kind of a heartbreaker for Johnny Clark because he had led 142 laps of 150, and Reed just got him. It was a nice clean battle for that top spot, and Johnny Clark knew that Reed had the spot, and there wasn't really too big beating banging. Just Reed took it from him.
That shows the crafty veteran. Hey, we were that close, but let's finish that close rather than, oh, we were that close, but now we're going to finish that far away because, we force the issue. And, Johnny's had those situations in his younger years where he tried to force the issues and it didn't work out. And as he's matured over the years, and, we're not talking about a team that struggles. I mean, they were competitive at White Mountain. He's still reeling from, what happened up at Speedway 660 on their event Labor Day weekend. So one of the good guys for the sport, 6-time Pro All-Star Series champion, and I don't know if he'll go to Seekonk or not, but if he doesn't, nice that him and his entire team, who are huge supporters of the Pro All-Star Series, becoming the title sponsor of the 250, and 2018 on a high note.
Yeah, definitely. And, even in his victory lane speech, he wasn't, angry about finishing second. And he was just very grateful for his team, was kind of surprised that, he ended up where he was and then led as many laps as he did. And it's just really cool. Like you said, he's a veteran, and you can kind of tell in the way he talks and the way he handles situations like that. And it was just a really good race overall. There wasn't a lot of, wrecks, nothing really huge happened, and it was for the most part really clean, and it was really good.
And some other guys that had great days, sometimes when you think a 12th place finish isn't a great day, but when you're up against the likes of the competition that the Pro All-Star Series brings to the table each and every event, that's a big day for a guy like Dan Winter. Had a very good run at Beech Ridge in the 150, so another guy finished in 2018 strong. I mean, those are the things that makes for a nice winter, and then another guy that ran well all day long, and so happy for him because his family has put so much into the sport of auto racing over the years, and that's Rusty Poland. So, more times than not, he's come, he's struggled, struggled to qualify, in August at the 250. With all the racing that went on, he was decent at the end of the day. If he had the same car at the end of the last chance qualifier and brought that at the beginning of the heat he was in, he probably would have qualified. So, but that team never gives up. And, his mom, Angela, his dad, Wayne, grandfather, Chummy, I mean, they worked so hard over the years and have given so much to the sport. So for him to roll out of there with, like you said, almost 40 cars show up, and at the end of the day, he finishes 10th, around guys that have won championships, won races, challenged to win 250s, won 250s, beat guys like that. So that's a big day, and I'm sure those guys rolling out of there and rolling up 26, heading home, that's a big day. That's an exciting feeling.
Yeah, it definitely was. And like, you're right, like the Poland racing team is just one of the most like homegrown teams there is. And he's had a big year this year. Well, with a chance to qualify for the 250, like you said, it didn't really work out in his favor, but he was there and he was still like trying, to make it into the big show. And yesterday to watch him race in the first qualifier and make it in with the first qualifier, no consi race for him. He raced his way in with the first qualifier and just steadily stayed up there all day. He's racing with the likes of like Garrett Hall. He's racing with the likes of DJ Shaw, people like this who have won multiple pass races.
Oh yeah, that's huge for those guys. So, same thing. He had a great run at the pass race at Beech Ridge there a few weeks ago. So, big high step in as they walked out of there that on this past weekend, and they rightfully should. Ryan Roberts, nice top 5 finish. Was challenging for a podium in the last 10 laps or so. So, big deal for him. Former Pro All-Star Series modified champion that has moved into the pass ranks and the super late model ranks up at Oxford, and done very well for himself. Top 5 finish. And then how about the Wildcat champ, Josh Childs, rolls out, runs top 10 all day long until the trailing arm bracket worked itself free. I mean, that shows the talent that we have in the support divisions. When given the opportunity and put in the right car and the right equipment with the right people surrounding them, they can be just as successful at that level as they can at the Wildcat level. So big things to come out of that young man. Good young man.
Definitely. And I was excited to see that car. I'm friends with him on social media, and I had seen how he had sold his 03, his winning Wildcat championship car, and someone ran it a few weeks ago up at Wiscasset, and I've seen pictures of it. I'm like, that looks like a nice car. So I had to walk up to the pit stall just to see it, and it's a beautiful car. Not only is it a beautiful car, he killed it in his qualifier race, won it, and that was crazy, and just stayed up there all day. And at first, I thought he had maybe spun, and then I realized he had to be taken out on a tow hook, which was really, really unfortunate for that team. But to run up there with, like we said the names earlier, to run up with people like that, and only like, what was it, like his second race ever in a super late model was incredible. And I think really, really big things are going to happen for him next season too.
Exciting. So, congratulations to all those guys. I want to throw a shout out to Kyle Hewins. If there's an award and it's called the Ultimate Racer, it's Kyle Hewins. That guy, he was traveling from Thompson to Oxford, had plans to be at Speedway 95 on Sunday, just wasn't able to get there because of the accident that happened at Thompson, but just excited. That guy loves to be at a racetrack. He loves to support short track racing.
Yeah, definitely. And he's another one of those. He kind of reminds me of like another Albie Ovid in a way, where like he can race anywhere and he can win anywhere. Yeah. And he's really competitive wherever he races. And I was blown away by the finish on Sunday, like after having such a long weekend and like going from track to track and with plans to go to different tracks, and for him to like just demolish the entire field. Like he had, I think there were only like 8 to 10 cars left on like the lead lap, but he was like within a quarter of a track from like lapping the entire field, and it was incredible. And that's just the kind of racer he is. He loves to race. He loves to race anything.
Oh, and he'll help anybody.
He can race anything.
But to me, the biggest news out of Oxford this weekend was what the 14-year-old girl did, Kate Ray, and congratulations to you, young lady. I mean, not being able to race every track, having to sit home at Beech Ridge, still, her and her family supporting the tour by putting the likes of Trevor Sanborn, Austin Terras, and Derek Nealon in the car, and 3 pretty reputable race car drivers. And to think that car's first trip to Victory Lane is with Kate herself at Oxford Plains Speedway. That had to be a huge, huge deal for her, but probably a bigger deal for her supporting cast, because at 14, you really don't know. Honestly, you're excited. You haven't really waited a long time for that. You haven't, but when you have moms and dads and grandparents and aunts and uncles and friends, and they get to witness and watch you do something that's pretty spectacular, that's a big day. And I'm sure it'll sink in. It probably had more of a feeling on Monday than it did on Sunday, but what a great job. And the young lady gets it. She does a great job on social media. There's never no poor me. There's never no, when she has that bad day, and she's been that way ever since she started at Richmond Karting Speedway, and they've done a good job with her, taking her through the ranks and, giving her this opportunity. Last year at Wiscasset with the 4-cylinder Pro Stock, this year with the Pass Mod. Let her learn, let her start at the back, let her grow as an individual and as a driver, and give her the opportunity to succeed. And she did it this weekend.
One good thing about her, which I really like, is that she takes every opportunity to learn. So when they have like other people in a race car, she's right there with them, like working on the car, watching how they race, taking notes from them. And that's a lot to do when you're like so young in such a competitive sport. And like she takes it like a champ. And like when she won yesterday and crossed that finish line, everyone in both the pits and the grandstands stood up and were cheering for her. So it's like no matter who you're a fan of, like you can appreciate something like that where even Wayne said on Facebook earlier, he said we all got beat by a 14-year-old girl and they were proud of her, and everyone was really proud to see, such an incredible kid and, achieving really great things. And I thought it was cool, and it shows that, like, no matter what age, like, no matter, like, what gender you're, like, hey, you can be a girl and you can go out here and compete with all these 40-year-old men and beat them all, and it was awesome. That was really great for her team and her family, and her family going crazy on social media today, and it's awesome to see.
No, but congratulations to you, young lady. Well-deserved, and great ambassador for the sport at the young age of 14. So we're going to take a break. We got some race highlights from this weekend, and we got to find Amy a date, too. There's some big things coming up. So we're going to take a break and be right back here on Mainly Motorsports.
Welcome to LST Landscaping, where we've been providing complete landscape solutions to all of southern Maine since 1969. We specialize in year-round landscape maintenance and snow services, including weekly lawn mowing, seasonal cleanups, sweeping, mulching, and so much more. Many more customizable services are available upon request. Please call our office today at 207-878-1578 or visit our website, lstlandscapinginc.com.
Hi, I'm Scott from Scott's Recreation. We just had the biggest month in our history. Why? We're selling campers at wholesale to the public, even the 2019s. So what did we do? We went out and bought a bunch more. Up to 40% off travel trailers and fifth wheels, up to 35% off toy haulers, up to 30% off motorhomes. You'll never see these prices again. Over 400 campers to choose from, all at wholesale prices.
Scott's Recreation, Route 4 Turner and Route 202 Manchester, Maine.
Wiscasset Speedway is back, and we have the cure for your need for speed. Maine's biggest and fastest proudly presents 8 featured divisions, including Pro Stocks, late models, 4-cylinder Pro Stocks, modifieds, and more. Plus special features throughout the season, including the Nell Car Legends, the Wicked Good Vintage Racers, the NEMA Midgets, Enduros, and more. All this fun, all this excitement, all for just $5. Wiscasset Speedway, west on the road, Wiscasset. Online at Facebook and WiscassetSpeedway.com.
Ignition won't turn? Wait, don't tow it. It may just be a one key. Hi, I'm Jim Broadhurst, owner of eKeys for Cars of Saco. At eKeys for Cars, we'll diagnose your problem over the phone and give you a firm quote. No bait and switch here. Whenever or wherever you're stuck, eKeys for Cars will come to you. Call eKeys for Cars in Saco, the fast, affordable fix for your car key and lock needs.
Mainly Motorsports, brought to you by LKQ Core. Any part, any repair, anywhere. Located on Route 202 in Gorham.
Wiscasset Speedway, Maine's biggest and fastest, with $5 admission every weekend and loads of family fun. Check us out at WiscassetSpeedway.com.
Bentley Saloon, Route 1 in Arundel. Stop by and see why me and my friends say, who has more fun than us? We do.
Well, welcome back to Mainly Motorsports, and thinking back to Oktoberfest, what a long weekend, long day it was, and the poor late models, short end of the stick, didn't get a chance to run. But you know what? There was no crying, boo-hooing, poor me, why this, why us. They just waited a week and came out to Lee for the Fall of Destruction, they called it. Well, hopefully they didn't want to be the class that was the destruction class, but put on a great race. They had some cars there and some main drivers in attendance, and obviously the locals at the track there, you know, the Frankie Eldridges, you know, the Cruzaks and Jimmy Russells, and just that's a class that's continuing to grow, you know, has become their primary division on a weekly basis and just continuing to grow.
Yeah, it was cool to watch that division all season, and like you said, it was unfortunate that, you know, everything couldn't get in last week at Lee, but they tried and they tried and they tried, but it's just full of a lot of talent. There's a lot of cars every week in that division, just very competitive, and people just like giving it their all, and it was just a really good season. So, you know, to kind of wrap it up with like, you know, like a fun race, but competitive race, it's really good to see that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So enjoy the highlights, and thank you to Caitlin Osborne. Somebody else, we're filling our plate up with women here. Me, Dick, and Dave are getting pushed out. The women are taking over.
We rule the world.
For a trusted name in residential and commercial site work in the southern Maine area, call Peter Pettit Excavating. We can handle everything from the complete house lot to those nasty water and sewer line repairs. Septic systems are another area that we specialize in. During the snow season, Pettit Excavating has the equipment to handle any size job.
And when the race season arrives, be sure to follow the number 7 Hewitt's Family Restaurant Chevrolet on the past Super Late Model Tour.
Call 207-282-9305 to get the job done right. That's Peter Pettit Excavating.
Don't deal with just anybody to seal coat your driveway or business this season. Call Black Magic. They bring over 20 years of experience in seal coating and crack filling. Black Magic's skilled team makes sure the job is always done right, on schedule with quality workmanship at a fair price. Protect your investment in your driveway by getting it sealed with Black Magic.
Ooh, Black Magic.
My name is Scott. This is Devin. We're the owners of Black Magic Seal Coating. Let us earn your business today. You'll be glad you did.
Legendary race car driver Bentley Warren is putting Arundel on the map. When Bentley's Saloon opened in 2004, it was just a little bar room on the side of the road. Today we have a giant saloon with live music, dancing, and great food and drink indoors and out. We're always looking to meet new friends and have a good old time. There's always something exciting going on at Bentley's. That's why we like to say, who has more fun than us? We do!
Hi, I'm Johnny Wolf. Here at 21st Century Motors, we've been in business since 1972 and we take pride in our work. We have a large selection of pre-owned vehicles that are clean and ready. I personally drive and state inspect every vehicle we sell. We're experts at getting your car financed, whether you have good, bad, or no credit. We purchase vehicles several times a week, so there's always plenty to choose from. Come on in and make a deal today at 21st Century Motors in Gorham or online at 21stcenturymaine.com.
I'm Hack here with the ruler of the world, Amy. And but the big event at the Fall Destruction down there in Lee was the George Bucknam Memorial Race, and the family, the Michaud family, very big behind it, and raised a lot of money. Paid pretty good. I think it paid $1,500 to win the race. Big hardware, and I got to deal with Jess on a few things, and it's nice when you see the racers get involved. You know, not just walk in to the pit gate and park their hauler and think everything's going to be all right and they don't have to do nothing to help it. They got behind the track and worked with Joe and the Wrens and the whole group down there. Really did a big job and put on a big event for low-dollar racers, you know. It's
really cool, and it's cool to see any division have an opportunity like that, and, you know, it's just really cool to see people, how much racers invest into those divisions. You know, it might be like a lower budget divisions, but these people, like, these racers try just as hard and, you know, put just as much effort, even so, like, more effort than some of the people in the upper levels do, and it's really good race, and it's just really cool to see big payouts for smaller divisions.
And at the end of the day, they can leave with a smile on their face.
Yeah.
So enjoy these highlights, and once again, thank you to Caitlin, she can't rule the world because you are.
have we got a deal for you. VIP Tour and Charter Bus Company is offering round-trip transportation to Gillette Stadium to watch the New England Patriots make another run for the Super Bowl. Ride in style knowing we're doing the driving. So if you've got a ticket, we've got your ride. It doesn't get any better than that. Just log on to VIPChartercoaches.com, click on the Browse Book Tour button, and book your trip today. It's that simple. Relax and leave the driving to us, and we'll leave the tailgating to you.
Patman's Redemption and Agency Liquor Store is located at 95 Tanberg Trail in Windham, Maine. With over 400 feet of hard liquor and 15 doors of ice-cold beer and soda, Patman's can handle all of your beverage needs. And if it's wine on your agenda, we have over 300 varieties in stock. Then when the party's over, Patman's can handle all of your main returnables, and we welcome all bottle drives. And if you're late for the race, drop off the bottles and pick up the cash at your convenience.
Hey, this is Pat Man himself, just letting you know that Pat Man's is your one-stop shop for all your thirsty needs.
Wiscasset Speedway is back, and we have the cure for your need for speed. Maine's biggest and fastest proudly presents 8 featured divisions, including Pro Stocks, late models, 4-cylinder Pro Stocks, modifieds, and more. Plus special features throughout the season, including the Nell Car Legends, the Wicked Good Vintage Racers, the NEMA Midgets, Enduros, and more. All this fun, all this excitement, all for just $5. Wiscasset Speedway, west on the road, Wiscasset. Online at Facebook and WiscassetSpeedway.com.
Mainly Motorsports, brought to you by
Scotch Recreation. Whether you're thinking about your first camper or looking to upgrade your current one, Scotch Recreation can help you. Get both our Route 202 Manchester and our Route 4 Turner locations and online at ScotchRecreation.com.
Well, we're back here at Mainly Motorsports with the ruler of the world who needs a date. We got banquet season coming up. We got a company. When's the company Christmas party?
Company Christmas party, Saturday, December 15th.
So is that what we're looking for a date for?
Yeah, I mean...
So we're 2 months away and you're worried that you're not going to have a date for December 15th?
I don't know. I just go stag to things. Last year, I went by myself, and, you know, like, I think I was the only person there from my work that was by themselves. I had reserved a +1, and it just happened, and I went by myself. I don't know how that happens. Huh?
Where's the party?
It's, like... by the Target in South Portland. I can't remember what hotel it is, but it's a nice, like, fancy hotel.
So it's at a hotel?
Yeah.
Like, are you staying at the hotel?
Maybe. Haven't made that decision yet.
So, I mean, obviously, guys are now really tuned in. So Amy's looking for a date to a party that's taking place at a hotel.
There's gonna be free food. You get some drink tickets. Our owner of our dealership always has a live band. There's going to be raffle tickets to win a bunch of cool prizes. You get to hang out with the whole entire Patriot Subaru gang. And, you know, you'll see some familiar racing faces there, you know?
Wow. I want to know, after people see this, if you get some offers.
I said, if you're interested, serious inquiries, you just got to slide into my messages.
I think you will. I think people will say, huh, this sounds intriguing.
I am a local celebrity.
A local celebrity. Is that what we call ourselves?
I was told I was a regional celebrity today and not a local celebrity.
What's the difference between regional and local?
I think local just means like, hey, Biddeford, Saco, York County. Regional means like, we're in Maine, we're in New Hampshire. People from up north know me.
Really?
Yeah. When I went to Spud, people were like, "Oh, Amy, nice to meet you." People that live up in the middle of the woods somewhere in Caribou, and it was crazy.
Wow. So you got all kinds of people chasing you.
Yeah, people chasing me.
But you can't find a date.
Can't find a date.
Wow.
Everyone thinks I'm like, Amy's all set.
Listen,
no.
I know what you're gonna tell me.
What's that?
I got somebody out there that I saw also looking for a date. For the Snowball Derby.
Snowball Derby, yeah.
You want to go to the Snowball Derby? Yeah. So Amy's looking for a date for the Christmas party, and poor old Ray Jagia just wants a lady friend to go to the Derby with him. You know what I mean? All expense paid to go to the Derby with Ray Jagia. All expense paid. Get to go to the Derby. He'll buy you new clothes, right? Like it's a vacation. You don't even got to bring $1. Ray is taking care of everything. So if you're a lady friend and you want to go to the Derby, and you really got to want to go to the Derby that bad, but you can go with Ray, because jump in the truck with Ray and go to the Derby. From the Derby, who knows? You might live down there, might go to Vegas, and just saying. Amy's Christmas party, Ray's Derby. We could turn this into something.
Yeah, I mean, we were going to do the Bachelorette, the race and Bachelorette.
So if I can get you hooked up, that's a win.
Yeah,
that's a win. If I can get Ray hooked up, that's I don't even know what that's called. That's a major coup.
I think if that happens, Brick has to make you a trophy.
You a trophy? Yeah, I'm gonna be call me Mr. Matchmaker. So Amy and Ray. So if you're a lady out there and you're daring and you're a thrill seeker, jump in the truck and go to the Derby with Ray. And if you're a guy that just wants a few free drinks and free meal, chance to win some prizes and roll the dice, go to Amy's party. So
serious inquiries. You know where to find me. Show's Facebook.
Your PM's gonna light up. I can feel it now.
My Facebook.
I can feel it now.
Got some business cards floating around.
You're gonna be like Julia Roberts in Pretty Woman.
Yeah.
Made out. How did she make out?
She ended up with a man.
That's
happily
right.
ever after.
That's right. Happily ever after. So at the beginning, it wasn't the right
situation.
The right situation. But look how it worked out. So ladies, gentlemen, don't think at the beginning just because it might not be the right situation, it doesn't work out in a fairy tale. So if somebody's in that truck going to the Derby, it's definitely a fairy tale. So we're going to take a break. We come back, and I want to talk about some action that took place at Speedway 95 and the Paul Bunyan 250 Speed Weekend. You know, Dowlings, Chuck Hall, Del Merritt, the whole group up there did a great job, and you know, so now the big event at a track in Maine.
Hi, I'm Scott from Scotch Recreation. We just had the biggest month in our history. Why? We're selling campers at wholesale to the public, even the 2019s. So what did we do? We went out and bought a bunch more. Up to 40% off travel trailers and fifth wheels, up to 35% off toy haulers, up to 30% off motorhomes. You'll never see these prices again. Over 400 campers to choose from, all at wholesale prices.
Scott's Recreation, Route 4 Turner and Route 202 Manchester, Maine.
Hi, I'm Andy Austin with exciting news about a new division of Beech Ridge Motor Speedway designed to bring new people to weekly racing. Here's series founder Dan Wolf.
Thanks, Andy. Our goal was to create cheap, easy-to-build race cars. Bone stock production cars with a simple 4-point roll cage and proper safety equipment.
We've named them the 21st Century Motors Street Devils. Our 2017 rulebook and schedule are available at beechridge.com and at Street Devils Racing on Facebook.
The future of auto racing has always been streetcar divisions because of the low cost.
Some folks are building cars and sharing the driving duties. There's even an all-star car to allow celebrities to try out the Street Devil and a 2-seat driver's ed car so you can take a few laps.
Get information about our mentor program, low-cost safety equipment, roll cage kits, and videos on how to build one at Street Devils Racing on Facebook.
So, form a team, build a car, and come join us this summer as we kick off the 21st Century Motors Street Devil Division at Beech Ridge Motor Speedway.
Wiscasset Speedway is back, and we have the cure for your need for speed. Maine's biggest and fastest proudly presents 8 featured divisions, including Pro Stocks, late models, 4-cylinder Pro Stocks, modifieds, and more. Plus special features throughout the season, including the Nell Car Legends, the Wicked Good Vintage Racers, the NEMA Midgets, Enduros, and more. All this fun, all this excitement, all for just $5. Wiscasset Speedway, west on the road, Wiscasset. Online at Facebook and wiscassetspeedway.com.
Well, welcome back to Mainely Motorsports, and like I said, Speedway 95, you know, they got a little kink in the armor with, you know, Pass having to push their race off to Sunday, so it probably cost them a few Strickleys for the Aikido 8th annual Aikido 100, but still 39 cars showed up, so pretty big paying race, $2,500 to win for a Strictly, so He had the best of the best all through Maine, and vying for the first place prize and adding their name to that hallowed Ike Doyle Memorial Race winner.
Yeah, and Chuck does a really great job promoting that event. He was at both shows this year, I believe, promoting the event, and at Bentley's earlier this season too. So they've been keeping it in the back of everyone's heads for months and months and months now. And like you said, maybe there could have been even more cars if Sunday's events were on Saturday opposed to Sunday, but 39 cars is still a lot, and another track where big payouts for smaller divisions, and that really lures people in, and it lures in 39 cars. That also means 39 teams of people, 39
sponsors, fans,
friends, family, all that. So really great show at Speedway 95.
Absolutely. So enjoy the highlights. Brought to you by Dick Obey.
Welcome to LST Landscaping, where we've been providing complete landscape solutions to all of southern Maine since 1969. We specialize in year-round landscape maintenance and snow services, including weekly lawn mowing, seasonal cleanups, sweeping, mulching, and so much more. Many more customizable services are available upon request. Please call our office today at 207-878-1578 or visit our website, lstlandscapinginc.com.
Ignition won't turn? Wait, don't tow it. It may just be a one key. Hi, I'm Jim Broadhurst, owner of E-Keys for Cars of Saco. At E-Keys for Cars, we'll diagnose your problem over the phone and give you a firm quote. No bait and switch here. Whenever or wherever you're stuck, E-Keys for Cars will come to you. Call E-Keys for Cars in Saco, the fast, affordable fix for your car key and lock needs.
Hi, I'm Johnny Wolf. Here at 21st Century Motors, we've been in business since 1972 and we take pride in our work. We have a large selection of pre-owned vehicles that are clean and ready. I personally drive and state inspect every vehicle we sell. We're experts at getting your car financed, whether you have good, bad, or no credit. We purchase vehicles several times a week, so there's always plenty to choose from. Come on in and make a deal today at 21st Century Motors in Gorham or online at 21stcenturymaine.com.
Mainely Motorsports, brought to you by
Four Seasons Synthetic. See them for all your AMSOIL product needs.
Welcome to Mainly Motorsports.
To order a copy of this show, send a check or money order for $15, including shipping and handling to Mainely Motorsports, 2 Main Street, Suite 17-103, Biddeford, Maine, 04005. And please add the show number in the description of the show.
front. Oh, Parrott cuts down. Here comes Manchett. Manchett on the inside.
So they had a good field of late models up there as well, and you know, the 2018 champion, you know, ends up picking up the win, Chris Matchett, and you know, just one of the good guys in the sport. You know, and I know this. You're probably thinking, was everybody a good guy? Well, we had a good girl. She won up there. We got the leader of all whatever she is over here. But no, they do the. You know, I look at people in the sport that, you know, support, you know, the off-season shows, and I ain't just saying that because they're mine. They're off-season shows. Your tracks put time and effort into being there. Your competitors put time and effort in their cars to be there. You know, you should be there. And he's one of the guys who's there. If he doesn't have a car in the show, he's still buying his ticket and walking through those shows and seeing some of his fans, some of his competitors, some of the other tracks. And, you know, really a good guy, you know, Chris is. So congratulations to him. You know, big payday for him up there at Speedway 95, and a big supporter of them and what they do. And congratulations to Chuck and Dell. You know, finishing off, you know, another year up there. You know, I mean, it's not easy. We all think it's easy, but it's not. And they keep plugging away and, you know, keep Speedway 95 going and ending off with a pretty good payday and race for a couple of divisions. So congratulations to the two winners up there this past weekend, Billy Childs and Chris Matchett. So we're going to take a break. We'll be right back here on Mainly Motorsports.
Servicing differentials is virtually impossible. The confined space makes fill holes difficult to reach, and industry-standard conical bottles are rigid and hard to squeeze. That combination makes for a messy job. Plus, you can't get all of the gear lube out of the bottle, so you have to buy more than you need to complete the job. And engineering your own solution only results in disaster. Not anymore. Introducing the new AMSOIL Easy Pack. Easily access hard-to-service differentials. Easily squeeze out all of the contents. And easily stay clean while you do it. No more leftover fluid or inconvenient rigid bottles. No more trouble reaching difficult fill holes. No more mess. AMSOIL Severe Gear in the new Easy Pack. The solution to all your problems.
Another first from AMSOIL. For a stocking dealer nearest you, call toll-free 877-761-8375 or visit fourseasonsynthetic.com.
Looking for a great time, great people, and great food? Then visit New England's #1 biker destination, Bentley Saloon, owned by legendary super modified driver Bentley Warren. Bentley's is a biker bar that welcomes everyone. Staying in the area, Bentley's has their own full-service campground right on site. Tuesdays, Bentley's Cruise Night attracts car enthusiasts from all over New England. Located on Route 1 in Arundel, Bentley Saloon guarantees a great time. Check out the fun at BentleySaloon.com and see why Bentley says, who has more fun than us?
Football fans, have we got a deal for you? VIP Tour and Charter Bus Company is offering round-trip transportation to Gillette Stadium to watch the New England Patriots make another run for the Super Bowl. Ride in style knowing we're doing the driving. So if you've got a ticket, we've got your ride. It doesn't get any better than that. Just log on to VIPChartercoaches.com, click on the Browse Book Tour button, and book your trip today. It's that simple. Relax and leave the driving to us, and we'll leave the tailgating to you.
Well, as we wrap up this week's edition of Mainly Motorsports, one thing you didn't hear me talk about, because I was nowhere. I wasn't at Thompson, I wasn't at Oxford, I wasn't at Speedway 95, I wasn't at Bartlett Bridge. No. I did something that, I don't know. I offered to cater a wedding. Now, I got a guy propositioned me about catering a big function for him, so I guess we did all right. So, but the catering, that was like a side note in it. You know, I just wanted to be involved and do my part for somebody that's been a great friend of mine for many years. And, you know, everybody knows him as Spanky, the owner of Trackside Racing Supplies. So if you call him Mike, you know, other than the lady that runs A Barn up in Dayton, you know, I'm telling you, first and foremost, what an incredible facility that was. And, you know, everybody wants to get married in the barn. Like I said to everybody up there, we were kids, we were always trying to sneak in the barn with the girl. Now we're marrying the girl in the barns. But what a professional, first class pleasure to deal with, you know, because it's doing the catering. You're the first guy in, almost the last guy out. But what a great job. The entire, you know, lady and her husband do it, and just so much fun to be a part of. But, you know, Spanky, I met Spanky back in 1993. We raced together for 4 years at Beechridge. But that was back when Beechridge had 80 to 100 limiteds. So you didn't know everybody you were racing, honestly. And so we raced together, didn't really know each other. I stopped and I became a car owner, and I had to buy some parts there. And went in and kind of struck up a conversation. And, you know, I knew who he was, knew who I was. And, you know, back in 1993, a friendship started. And when, you know, he sold his business the first time around, it was called Seacoast Speed. You know, he became a crew chief for me. I was a car owner. We had numerous drivers over the year, had a lot of success at Beechridge, and, you know, Spanky, you know, our friendship evolved, and it was me, Perv, and Spanky. You know, me, Perv, and Spanky, going everywhere, doing everything, and we had a lot of fun, and won a lot of races, and had a lot of laughs, and, you know, and you know, he was in a relationship, then, you know, that one ended, and, you know, been down in the dumps for a few years, and in walks Jen, and couldn't have asked for a more wholesome, down-to-earth, loving individual. And to see what she does and lights him up. And I joke, where's the Spanky I knew? Because he was a miserable old bastard, really. That's what he was. But he really wasn't, but you know what I mean? He was always had that gruffness about him, and not no more. He's found childhood again, and it's because of this lady, Jen. And so to be a part of the wedding and be honored to be invited, you know, first and foremost, and then, you know, to be able to step up, and, you know, me and Debbie, you know, I volunteer. Debbie's figuring this out now. She just, you know, I come home and she'll be saying, "What's next? What are we doing next?" You know, I'm one of them guys that I don't say, "Hey, what do you think?" I'm saying, "Hey, we're doing," you know. But she was right there and unbelievable. And Louis was our wait staff. So, but I can't thank Louis enough, and I can't thank Debbie. I mean, you know, and I know no thanks is needed, because that's who we are. We're that partnership now, and that's what I told her right from the beginning. You're like, you know, we're Laurel and Hardy, Fred and Bonnie, you know, Laverne and Shirley, all that. I mean, that's what I said when I proposed to her, and to have her right by my side, celebrating with friends of ours, and, you know, and playing a major role, I guess. Beating everybody there is a major role, you know. It's like the DJ or the one that stands there and marries you, you know. So, but it was so fun to be there, so fun to be a part of, and you know, so just neat to have my buddy, and, you know, who I've known for 25 years now, and raced with him, and, you know, still when I do buy parts off him, and go in and talk with him and Bubba, and just, yeah, so honored to be a part of that day. So that's why I wasn't at a racetrack, you know. And my buddy got married, and it was pretty cool to be there and see, and to be a part of. So that's why I didn't go nowhere this weekend. I saw your boy toy there.
I went to a concert on Saturday with my little sister, so that's originally why we weren't going to be at Oxford. And, you know, I think right now it's wedding season. Spanky got married this past weekend. I've been seeing weddings all over Facebook. Weddings coming up.
That was like a year ago. It was babies, because all these little babies now. That I can't wait till they all start racing go-karts, and, you know, it's great. So, but congratulations to Spanky and Jen, and many years of happiness, and glad we were a part of it, and got to catch up with some other people, and racing friends that were there. And man, looking forward. We got Richmond coming on this weekend, the Howler next weekend, you know, the Halloween Howler. If you've never been to anything, get up Saturday morning and go. When I say get up Saturday morning and go
early.
Go early to get a parking spot, because this is one of them events you don't want to miss. If you want to be able to sit comfortably and not see some craziness, see some good short track racing, go to Seaconk that weekend for the Tri-Track and the Pro All-Star Series. So really excited. Thank you to Amy once again to come in and making her presence known. And now that she's a regional celebrity that rules the world, that's Amy.
I'm a woman of many talents.
Yep. A woman of many talents. So as you're wondering if you should go to the Christmas party with her, think of that. Woman of many talents. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this week's episode, and we'll see you next time right here on Mainly Motorsports.
Think I'm losing it, baby, where have you been? Everybody said